Good morning, Ginger. Let me get my Ginger. Ginger. Here it is. Good morning. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody had an amazing weekend. Um, in this house, it went by extremely slow, but we're here. We are at Monday, and I haven't done the happy dance yet, but I will in a few hours do my happy Monday back to school dance. Um, on the menu for this day is celery and green apples. I have a whole bag of green apples that I need to juice soon. So I'm going to juice half of that bag this morning and half in the evening. So let me put that in here. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Let me put that in here. Juice of the day. Celery. Um, Celery and green apple. Plain ginger. That's what's up today. Let me get a spoon. I got my dinner on today too, so I don't have to worry about that later. I got on some chicken breast and I'm gonna make some chicken soup for this day and tomorrow. Not sure what I'm making it. I might throw in some black rice toward the end of it, but I got some vegetables. Short bus pull up. Good morning. Really like your channel. Good morning. Are you new to this channel? Of course you are. Welcome. Welcome to the live. How are you? Short bus pull up. um, have you juiced before? Let me see. Um, I'm excited about today. Happy Monday. Let's see. Okay. I have a smile on my face because most of us know what a short bus pull up is. So Um, why did you decide to choose that name? I need laughs for Monday. You're gonna have to tell me the whole story surrounding the name. Like you took the name on. I'm gonna have to watch some of your videos, like from the beginning. So I'm stirring in my coffee. It's just fun not picking at anybody. Um, so I'm a 70s baby. So I know exactly what a short bus pull up is. And I'm not trying to say you picking on nobody, but I feel like it is just for fun and it kind of made my morning. You don't have to be picking on nobody to be about fun. I mean, a lot of people use things to get a good laugh in. A lot of comedians over the years have used that. You know what that means. But anyway, how's your Monday going so far for the kids? Yeah, I know. I had a child that was being picked up on a short bus for a minute. So they used to come right to the door. They make you go, some still, but now they want to make you travel. But now I don't have to. I don't have to do it. We had when my 17-year-old was in, I think it was third or fourth, in his third grade. We he's special needs, and so we had him. Hi, Pandy. We had him with an IEP going to, the regular schools, and the particular school we enrolled him in was moving the majority of the children that were special needs to a different school. And I was like, this is way out of my area. So I guess it was for a lot of the parents that were in that area. So they brought in a bus and we thought it was just going to be a regular bus because there's quite a few of the children in the area. And it was a short bus. And my husband and I was just cracking up. And some of my older kids, it was like, we got a short bus experience. Because even though he's special needs, we never felt like he was short bus um, special needs. But for that entire year, wait a minute, was it a year? Yeah, it was just the first year. And then the following year, it was a bigger bus. So he went to that school for another 2 years. He was third grade when he got there. And then he graduated was promoted to middle school. So for the first year, though, it was a whole short bus experience. So I was like, we laughed for days. But anyway, back to juicing. Hi, Pandy. Clocking in for work, but got you running. Thank you so much. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to everybody who's stopping by or watching or listening to me be a complete nut right now. But I have celery this morning and I got green apples to go with the celery. And of course, I'm going to be doing my plain ginger because my body is screaming for it as usual. So that's what I'll be doing this morning. If you guys have any questions, I'm not gonna be on too long this morning because um, I got a lot of stuff to do with the kids to make sure that they get to school on time today. It's been some time. They've been out for about, it feels like forever, but I have to make sure that everybody has on two matching shoes today, matching socks. I've already done it, but sometimes in the process of the stuff that I've chosen, some minds get mixed up. So, good morning, Angela. Hi, welcome to the live. Um, J3GS Farms. Good morning. Hi, Treasure. So, yeah, that's my short bus experience story. I haven't. It was the first time, and kids are cruel. Kids are very cruel. It was funny, and my son is hilarious. I will tell you because um, they used to make fun of each other on the bus, and we'll be like, "How does that work? How is it that you guys are making fun of each other on here?" And it was just a whole hilarious experience, and they brought in a bigger bus. I was so happy the next time because um, kids are insane. I don't care who they are, what they look like. They could be having drool running all down the side of their face and still pointing and laughing at the other one with the same condition. So you know, you know. Oh goodness. One of the things that you'll find for me is that it's real hard for me to hide my emotions. I had to step away. And anyway, so I'm gonna watch some of your videos. I'm definitely gonna watch some of your videos today. And I agree. I tell my son that every day. I've had an experience. My oldest child is 31, and you know, if I sit down and told y'all some of the stories that I've had over the years with all nine of the kids, it'd be a wrap. Juicing would not be on. Y'all, we be talking about kids all day. So I'm gonna get back to juicing. And yeah, thanks for coming through and giving me that good laugh of the day. I appreciate it. Big Brown Food Reviews, welcome to the live. Um, I'm not going to respond. I'm riding a bike and watching. Be careful. Be careful. Is it a stationary bike? Because if it's a mobile bike, you don't want to be watching nothing but the road. Oh, you guys got me cracking up today. Yeah, okay, I got you. I feel like you my auntie. Okay, because it's a lot of us that you could have a whole house full of them on your own, and you'd be like, you better get your school is in session. Yeah. So, uh, let me drink on this coffee. Mm-mm. And get started with this juice. So, I that's good. I wanted to share some stuff with y'all this morning too. I got my watch on, and I'm going to be, even though whether I have my watch on that monitors my movement and my steps and stuff like that, or I'm just carrying my phone, which does the same thing. I didn't know it. I have had an iPhone for years and didn't know it was monitoring my steps. You are being monitored and you are being watched. So I tell the kids that all the time to help make sure that their behaviors are in check. But it's actually true. You are being monitored whether you know it or not. Whether you have this watch on that I don't know if you guys can see it, but let's see. It if I take it off, it'll go off though. It's the iWatch, Apple Watch. and I chose the screen that helps me monitor, like, so I can see it. Can y'all see that? I don't know. I'm off. But yeah, so it helps me. I'll show you on this phone. Helps me monitor all my activities. So this morning already, I've already been standing a whole hour. Can you see it? It does steps, calories, how long you've been exercising. You can choose. So this morning, I've already taken 219 steps. That's crazy. Um, that's crazy. I've already taken 219 steps this morning. Whatever. So you did. No doubt, because I'll be all over the place on YouTube lately. So I'm sure. 9 times out of 10, most of the people that you have um, as subscribers or that come into your chat are because you met them at another chat. 9 times out of 10, probably 10 times out of 10. Um, so I think that's true. Short hello. I've been chilling. How are you? I'm doing really well. I'm so happy that today is Monday. I cannot express how happy that Monday is here. You know, a lot of people, I'm sure they're not parents, I don't know, are not happy about Monday work days. But for me, it's usually been a long weekend, a long weekend. And so when Monday gets here, I make sure that nobody is late that day. Everything is ready and we are ready to rock and roll out the door most of the time before time. But um, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. We have a lot of great chats though, but I appreciate you saying that. Make sure you hit the like button, and if you have the ability to share me out, do that too. I, some people don't mind having their lives shared, and I'm one of those. I don't mind. Um, you can share my lives, and you can share the videos if you can, if you have the ability. Done short bus, and please, okay. So you gotta be careful with how you structure that into a sentence. Big brown food reviews. Be careful how you put that in a sentence, because if you say that like that, um, okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. So if you just came in, I'm doing plain celery, not plain celery, but celery with green apples. I had a whole bag of green apples and I need to get them juiced today. So that's what I'm doing. And then of course the plain ginger. I like it to be by myself. Oh no, what did you delete? I didn't see anything that you did wrong. I just said you got to be careful how you use it in a sentence because done short bus. So have you been on short bus before? I'm just saying. Um, so this is what I washed up already this morning. Later on this week, I will do I didn't get, usually at the beginning of the month, I get my refrigerator all cleaned out every month. And then I just stock it with my stuff for juicing. And then I put most of the stuff that I have for everybody else in the refrigerator in the garage, just so I don't have, I'm not able to access everything that they can get, because I come down and I might forget that I'm juicing exclusively that week and it might just start chewing on something because it's a habit. But yeah, so I clean out the entire refrigerator and it's just celery. and other things, so a few other things that I can have. So um, I haven't done that yet. So today is trash day, and I'm gonna be doing that as much as I can before they actually leave out to go to school. And then I'll come back to it like maybe an hour or two before they get out because it's resting. It's resting today. I am. I They've been out of school for, I think it feels like forever, but I think it's been at least 2 good weeks, at least. And I'm exhausted mentally. So, and I know they my kids and everything, but I'm so glad there's an educational institution where they can leave the house and go get their education at. We could put it at that. I'm so beyond happy because it used to be a time when I used to feel like ain't nobody teaching my kids but me. And it's like I'm over that. I'm way over that. So yes, indeed. I'm over that. I don't know what I was thinking. No, I was just kidding. But so I'm gonna get started with the juicing. It's gonna be a lot of loud noises going on here. Hang out if you can. And like I said, share me out if you can. Um, and make sure that you like the stream. I'm working with the Cuisinart 1000. Hi, Nikki. How are you? Welcome to the live. Um, let's see how it's running today. I'm going to definitely, for those of you who know that right now I really don't have a good juicer on deck. Um, yes, yes. I think every household needs a juicer like you have a blender. I think we should all have a juicer as well. And I've been saying that for some years because there's so, like, I believe my juice is my medicine. And, there's special times, special sensitive times when I think that I need juice more times than other. And if I'm off of it for any good amount of time, um, and I'm going through some stressors, some extra stressors, it's my medicine. Because even though I'm not diagnosed with high blood pressure or I'm not a diabetic, there are some stressors in my life that I can feel like, my blood pressure is up. And I don't even have high blood pressure, but it's up today. I can feel that in my life. And so I just make sure I get my celery together and put that on, juice that. And once I've gotten to a quiet place and blasted my music a bit for about an hour or so, um, I'm good. Blood pressure's down and out of my life. Well, not out of my life, but it's definitely down. And yeah, so I just put on my music and drink my juice, and hopefully the enemy is gone. Get into prayer mode, blood blood pressure, and my blood sugar is completely regulated. But a little bit later, I'm gonna talk a little bit about stress, and I'm probably gonna be talking about stress and what it does for the body every day this week, because maybe every morning, because a lot of us don't get that. It took me a long time to get that. Um, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're doing, um, if you under a lot of pressure and a lot of stress, it's defeated with that. It's defeated with the stress. So, like you won't see much weight loss, or everything could be stunted because stress strains and puts distress on all your organs from the top to the bottom. So um, pay attention to regulating your stress levels. I know some of the things we can't carve out of our lives, like death and, you know, other things we might be surrounded by, work, extremely stressful work situations, or bullying and different things at school, stuff like that. But do your best when you get to a place to make sure that you have a place to release. And your life will be better, I promise you. Um, if you can get the stress out of your life, you'll be much better at coping how to deal. That's why it's like we ain't missing no school days. My kids have perfect attendance, except for the youngest one, the girl. When she's sick, when she is sick, which ain't often, we can all feel it. And I didn't want her going to that school tearing it up. So I said, I think she missed a couple of days. So I said, no, you're going to have to stay home because uh, we want everybody to be happy and make sure that you are able to come back. Make sure you're able to return. So we just stay home today. Ginger, about to just kind of break it up so that it fits into the juicer better. I got the juicer on the highest level. So I just kind of broke up the ginger so it'll fit better. So it won't tear up this juicer. So from the pieces of the ginger, this is what I got out of it. So I'll drink this morning, and
So this is the celery and apple, green apples, and that's probably about 12 ounces, 12, 14 ounces. So I'll drink that this morning. And one of my older daughters is joining me and juicing this morning. Hi, Double Dose. Good morning, Shepherd Moore. Hi, Suzette. How you guys doing? Happy Monday. I didn't know if I was going to make it up this morning to juice, that is. But I was like, let me get up. Let me get up. There we go. So, green apple and celery. And this is the ginger. Um, right now, I'm using the Cuisinart 1000. And I like the Cuisinart 1000 because it has the dial on it for speed control from 0 to 5. And then where the juice comes out, good morning, Shannon. It also has the dial on it, so you could stop the juice flow completely or let it flow full flow. And there's some little dots on it that kind of help you. It's kind of like a guide, slow flow to big flow. So, yeah. So it worked out pretty good today. Who knows what tomorrow will bring though? Yes. I know I'm barely up today. Oh goodness, I slept so good last night. And because the heat is on and I was like, let me get up and get these kids out of here. I got dinner on already. I'm making some chicken soup, not for myself, but I want to make sure that when I drop everybody off, that I come back to some relaxation that I haven't had in a while. So I am beyond excited. I promise you. Um, let's see. So out of 2 stalks of celery, this is 2 stalks of celery and 4 medium-sized green apples. I got this out of it and this. So um, this is 2 servings for me. For me, that is. But my daughter's gonna take this with her this morning. So um, I'll be back in here. I got about 30 stalks of celery in the house right now with 2 5-pound bags of carrots and 4 different bags of apples, Gala, green, both, well, actually 2 Gala and 2 green apple. So I'm hoping that'll get me through this week because I've also been put through some other challenges. My oldest daughter challenged me to not buy any groceries this week. So I told her, I said, I don't know how we gonna do that because with the kids not, I mean, just inhaling everything they see, um, it's gonna be rough. But she was like, well, this is what I've done throughout the years from the time she was a little girl, is at the beginning of the year, I try to cook out everything and replace everything by about February. Like that's the freezer and the shelves, and then replace it. So I hadn't thought about that this year. I had so many other things on my mind. But she was like, you buy groceries every week and like you just shoving it in there. And so she was like, after she brought her bags over here, she was like, you need to clean this out. You need to cook this stuff up. So don't buy no groceries. I was like, don't buy no groceries. That's crazy. But she's actually right. When you say 2 stalks, you mean the whole celery stalk, not just the ribs, right? So let me show you what I did this morning because it's always something different. It just depends on how I feel and where I am in my mind. So hold on. So this is what I have left from the celery stalk. So I just peeled it. I peeled them off. I just broke the stalks off. The not the stalk, but the ribs off. And this is what I have, and I can put this in the garden, and it'll grow. Um, on other mornings, I just cut the whole bottom off because I don't feel like doing all that. I just grab a knife and just chop off the whole bottom. Yeah. Today I was in a mood to peel, so I did that for 2 of them. Um, and then with the apples, I just wash them off really good and throw the whole apple in. I don't cut it or anything. So that's probably why my juicers are replaced often because it just depends on where I am in my life, my entire life. Yeah, okay, I read that already. I do that at the end of the year. I always start to empty refrigerator at the new year. Yeah, these traditions, I tell you, but they're so practical. Some of them are very practical. It's like cook everything out and then start. But I don't know. My grandmother and my mom used to do that before the end of the year. Make sure everything is full so that you cross the new year with full everything. And so now I'm cooking up everything out of it, and I was trying to assess how long I could probably go without buying grocery with what's on hand. And I got the two refrigerators. One is in the garage and one is in here. And so I'm thinking I might make it. But I have to cook everything. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out for a week. It's only for a week. So I'll let you guys know how that goes because my whole schedule is surrounded by ordering groceries and after I drop off the kids at school, walking straight into Walmart and picking up what I think I might not have for whatever I need. And so I'm gonna have to change my whole lifestyle to accommodate that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. So I'll let you guys know if it's a fail or successful. My thing is out with the old and bring in the new. Yeah, but I just bought it. It's not that old. It's not old. It's just hanging out. I mean, I might have to go to the back of the refrigerator or freezer and bring some things to the front. But yeah, you're right. That is true. Let me drink some of this coffee. Yeah, that is so true. I wasn't thinking that this year for whatever reason. I'm back 3.5 miles. That's good. That's good. That's good. So I'll be posting, not sure if I could post it on YouTube, but I was showing everybody else my um how my phone has been monitoring my steps and everything. And who knows what else I'm saying. But there's a there's actually, let me see. There's an app on here. Can you see it? Oh, let me see. No, maybe I won't. I'll just open it. But this app right here, this is in the app. I didn't want to share the other apps that I have on here. It's crazy. But it monitors how many calories in a day, how many standing hours, how many hours I actually spent in actual exercise, how many steps I've taken, how many flights of stairs I've climbed. Um, so once I discovered that was on here, I started using it probably about, I want to say 6 months ago when I realized that I've been being monitored as far as my movement every day. Um, and then it keeps a record of my movement monthly. So do you see those little rings on there? That's how much I've moved so far. I'm not sure. Oh, I removed my watch on the 3rd, which was the 3rd. What day was the 3rd, which was a Friday? I was all over the place on Friday, but it doesn't show any activity on the 3rd right there. But I'll be posting, like when you open it, like if I go back to yesterday, this was my activity from yesterday. And it calculated my steps. I did 5,000 steps, over 5,000 steps yesterday. So even though this is about juicing, I believe that there's a combination of things that help us be balanced. That's why I have the other channel that I have is called Green Balance 3. Diet, exercise, and mental clarity all works hand in hand. So the phone pick up every word you say. Yes. At first I thought when people said that they were short bus um, writers. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying that you crazy. We're not being monitored. That's insane. except for when you go places and you know that there's security and cameras and stuff like that. But now, because I've been shown some things and I've seen some things, I know it's true. And yeah, and my husband's in cybersecurity and security, and he knows, and he says some things too to me, and it's like, okay, it's not going to change the way I do things, but I'm aware. I'm aware. My phone, I didn't tell it to do that, and it does it. It picks up all my activities, how many flights of stairs I've climbed. I didn't tell it to do that, and you can't disable it. I don't think you can disable that. Okay, so when you get iPhones, there's some apps in there that can't be deleted. So can't you turn it off? Um, so okay, I don't know. I don't know if you could turn it off because if that's the case, then if your phone is off, okay, so with Verizon, we have Verizon. They and we have this plan with some of the kids that have phones in the house, right? You can get this app with the Verizon app. You can get this family app as a companion, and you can monitor every move they make, whether the phone is on or off. So I must say no, that you can't turn that off because I can track her every location as a parent, and I can, yeah. So I'm gonna say no to that. Because if she has the phone on or off and I can track her exact location as long as she has the phone with her, um, I'm gonna have to say no to that. And also because you can, um, if you misplace your phone, there's this thing on it that you can go to computer and log into, and it'll tell you exactly where your phone is, whether it's died. You know, there's internal batteries. Your phone is not completely dead all the time anyway. It's just dead for the usage that you need it to be at. Um, but how you get out of it? Like with the spoiled way we are, like I need a phone now, even though when I was born, they still had dial-ups, you know? But I need a phone now. Not to be tracked, but I'm just saying, how you get away from it? Um, when it asked me, was I at some location? Google tracks everything. It ain't just Google. Google tracks everything, but other things track other everything too. It's hi Marlon Music Channel. Welcome to the live. How are you? I'm at work and keeping you running. I shared you out on Twitter. Thank you so much. My military life stopped me from doing a lot of walking. I gotcha. Um, yeah, I think everybody everywhere is tracking movement. Um, and the way my life is set up with some things, I don't really care. Like track me. I mean, I don't know. It's just the way things are. It's intelligent. It's you know, we want things to be a certain way, but then we want to limit them. And so like I want to be able to track my daughter, but you don't think nobody wants to track me? I don't know. There's just so many things and it's like forget it. I don't care. I can't I can't be stressing my life out over what people and places and things are doing. Have phone in your presence and talk to your daughter about something you are thinking about buying. No, I've seen that. I've seen that. And I wanted to talk to Chef about that. Sometimes, you know, when we're talking about the ads that come up, because I promise you, I haven't had no car commercials come up until I was even thinking about or even went on Google and accessed the dealerships in my area. I had not had a YouTube for a car come up nowhere. And I'm like, you see, I keep my location off on the phone and I don't use the apps. It's an Android. Um, and keep trying to get them to sign me up, but I won't. Um, I think there's a way around it, though. I just think that there's a way around all of that stuff. I think they give you the option to turn those things off, but I really don't think that. And here's something that'll help you understand that there's no way to really turn it off is when you make a call, it has to be signaled to the nearest tower. So if you could completely turn off your location, how is it that you're able to, you know, patch in? I don't know how it works to the nearest whatever that makes your phone work, right? It has to have some sort of location inside of it that was working. It has to. Um, I just don't think you can turn it completely off. I think you might um, be able to turn it off to certain apps um, so that you can't use those that other people, like me or somebody else, um, look at your pictures. I didn't even notice this, but if you go into the pictures that you've taken, even with the Android, if you go into the pictures that you've taken, your albums, it'll tell you where you took it at. See if that works. If that works, then you'll know, there's no complete way that you can turn off the location because I looked at that and I was like, it has an address. Like it can pinpoint the address of where I took the picture at. So uh, I'm not gonna let that run my life because it's just the where we are with technology and stuff. Good morning, Tori Love Food. How are you? I'm doing good. Just talking about some intelligence. You are being watched. You are. I tell my kids that every day. Somebody is watching you. It might not be me, but you are being watched, honey. Pay attention to what you do. Pay attention to what you say, who you say it to, and how you say it because you're being watched. So I just want to scare them. They're teenagers and they don't give a care. They don't care. They don't care. You can cut that off. Maybe. Maybe you can cut it off. Maybe you can cut it off to certain things, but I don't think there's a complete way to cut it all off because when you think about it, some of the stuff, like when I try to turn certain things off, it would say, well, you can't use this app to its fullest potential because it needs this to thrive. Have you guys ever seen that prompt? If you turn off um, certain locations, the phone won't function properly. So you can't. I don't think you could turn it off completely. For the camera, yeah, it does. It allows you access. That's true because when I got the phone, it said you want to allow access. And honestly, I don't really care about any of it anymore. I'm not like there's some things that I have to monitor anymore. I have to, but there's other things that's like, oh, I don't really care about that. The okay, really? I mean, but like, yeah, we got a park around the corner too. Um, I don't trust the park. I don't. There's I mean, I don't yeah, I don't trust the work. Uh that's how they know when someone has been hurt or we're not one calls 911 calls from. That's why you can hang up an emergency call and they call back or show up. Yes. And they said that that feature would be built in all the phones. Some of that stuff is law too, like because of the domestic violence stuff. Some of it's law. Um, Certain things. Yeah. Definitely want no Alexa. I had a Alexa. We had the house all smarted out, and we dummied it down though. Some things because okay, so here's how I knew when I had to get rid of Alexa. Alexa was talking back. I can't have that. It's like, no, mm-mm. I got enough kids talking back up in here to me now. I don't need Alexa to be talking back too. And I don't know if y'all know this, but Siri likes to get smart with you too. Like you need to, I paying for you. You need to make sure you come correct, real right, and leave our phones in the car. Yeah, because the car is now smart too. So it's like, yeah, I just forget it. They can hear whole conversations and like give them. I say this is what I say. Give them something. If somebody wants to hear you that bad, I don't care who they are. Give them something to really go on. I'm like that. I just. I mean, people do what they want to. We live in a time when intelligence is not always in your favor. And so if I want to completely enjoy my entire life, I have to embrace the things I can't control and leave that I can't control completely alone. And it's like, why do I have here's where I have a problem is if you want the intelligence, that's your business. But why do I have to pay extra for my stuff so you can hear me? Why is it that if I need this feature or two, that now my bill is a little bit more expensive? Y'all need to cut that down. So that's where I kind of draw the line is I need the best plan because you getting more out of it than I am right now. So yeah. Um I can't I can't do it. Give me a better price. Just give me a better price for it because that's ridiculous. Hi gardening realtor, how are you? Welcome to 2020. I'm excited about it and I'm excited about I don't know, whatever's coming. I can't control it all. So I'm just excited. I have not drank none of this juice, you guys. I done juiced it all, and it's like, ah. And sometimes I'm like that. Sometimes it's the best thing in my entire life. It's like, oh my God, this juice is so good, but I haven't sipped on none of it. It's like, okay, yep, that's good. I think I'm more into my coffee this morning. Um, so yeah, and you will find that to be true. I don't care what you're doing. It's just like I need a break from it, everything. But my body sometimes be screaming for it. What did you do with that juice? Especially when the aches and the pains, it's cold now. And so the aches and the pains start coming and the inflammation start talking to the cold. Your body is already intelligent already, right? So it feels when the cold is setting in. And then the inflammation sets in and you haven't been juicing or doing anything to take the inflammation out. It's like, oh God, my mind is bullying my body again. So it's like that some days. Yeah, it is. It's like that on most days for me. It's, I just have to embrace it and be like, get this juice in you so that at least you won't feel no pain, right? So yeah. But that's gonna do it for me, y'all. It is 6 o'clock. I'm about to yank these kids about their comfortable spots so they can get out of here. Um, it's been beautiful, but I gotta go. Have a good day, everybody. You will see me on these YouTube streets possibly today if I'm not overexcited from just being here in an empty, quiet house. All right. Have a good day, you guys. Bye.